Hello, and welcome to another episode of Health, Wealth, and Happiness. I'm your host, Jen Cohen. Thank you so much for joining us. If it makes you healthy, wealthy, or happy, you're going to find it here on Health, Wealth, and Happiness. Today, we're talking about Solid Rock Fitness. Owner Kim Hollenback is here with us. She is a certified fitness trainer and owner of Solid Rock Fitness. She's here. She's gorgeous and beautiful. Check out solidrockfitness.com. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
And of course, shining example of what you do for a living. As I can see, it's part of your passion because you are physically fit and absolutely gorgeous, so it's working. So if you want to look like her, this is what the show is all about. But what I like about you, Kim, is you specialize in fitness over 50.
Yes.
That is really unusual.
Yeah, I didn't know that I was going to do fitness over 50. You imagine yourself training younger people. When I first started, I think I was 35. But living in the village, most of the people who hired me were over 50. So I gradually became better and better at that.
Yeah.
And, I had a neck surgery or I had a hip replacement or, having to be creative and still work that muscle part, but finding a way to do it that doesn't hurt.
Right, and that is one of the things I think gets in the way of people keeping physically fit. They go, oh, I'm so sore, or oh, now that hurts, so I'm not going to do that anymore. And it just perpetuates the problem.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Cool. If you want to know pretty much everything there is to know about Solid Rock Fitness, all you got to do is go to the website. It's really awesome, solidrockfitness.com. If you go there and check it out. One of the things on the website that is really wonderful is this great informative video that talks about Kim and what she does and why it's so important. And we have the wonderful privilege to be able to show that to you now. So stick with us. We're going to show you this great video from Kim's website, solidrockfitness.com.
Working out has been part of my life for over 30 years. As time moved on, it was natural for me to become a personal trainer because more and more people were asking how I maintained my physique. I am motivated and passionate to help people over 50 because I've seen that what I do makes a real difference in people's lives.
It was an opportunity for us to bring ourselves back to a more youthful quality of life.
Clients are drawn to me because they want what I have, strength and vitality. I'm Kim Hollenback, and I specialize in fitness over 50. Being in my 50s, I've got a few cranky body parts, and 2 kids, a full-time job. I know firsthand what it takes to stay fit. As people age, they can lose the skills necessary for things that we call ADLs, the activities of daily living. Things like getting down off the floor and up again, climbing a flight of stairs, getting in a tall vehicle. There are people who cannot do these things anymore, and this ultimately leads to a loss of their quality of life.
I'm almost 81. A lot of older people fall, and so balance and equilibrium is one of the biggest things I think that working with Kim has helped a lot.
In strength training with Kim, I have found that I am probably have developed the strength that I had when I was in my 20s, and I didn't think that was possible.
Kim, I think, expresses the meaning of a trainer to encourage me to go the extra mile, to give me inspiration.
My mission is to help clients feel vital, competent, and confident. I help them regain skills that they thought that they had lost, and I encourage them to live their lives out loud.
I feel that my quality of hiking has improved. Balance, core training, breathing skills, along with the strength training, have enabled me to continue to hike every trail from moderate to extreme.
Last year I swam at Nationals and I won my first medal ever, and we are going back to Nationals in May in San Antonio, and I'm hoping to do even better than I did last year.
It has given me a lot more confidence to interact with other people. And Kim said, keep your chin up. And whenever I walk now, I try to walk with my head high and my chin up.
When you train hard, when you really push yourself through a workout, when you gain back
What a beautiful video. I bet that was
Thank
fun
you.
to shoot.
It was fun. It was hard.
Yeah.
It was harder than
You're
I
working
thought.
out the whole time.
Yeah, I learned a lot about filmmaking.
Yes, I bet. Now, what drove you to do that? Because it's unusual for someone. I mean, you see little bitty infomercially type things, but that was more of a mini movie. That was really artistic, and it showed a lot, and it followed personal stories of people. Why did you feel that was something you needed to make?
Well, it was funny. I came up with the idea when my oldest daughter was going off to college. Kind of had a mini midlife crisis. Like, what am I going to do for the rest of my life when I'm not a mom, full time anymore? And so that gave me the idea for the video, and I thought maybe I wanted to use that to market myself to Nike or AARP or Blue Cross Blue Shield, or maybe make videos, maybe write a book, maybe what have you. But I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I thought I'll make a mini infomercial, a little movie about me and what I do, and then just throw it against the wall and see what sticks.
Wow.
So that kind of got us to make the video.
Sure.
And so from that.
That makes sense to me. And I love the personal stories involved, because we talk about fitness over 50. And what are some of the things that you see people bump up against when it comes to keeping up with their fitness?
Well, a lot of people are scared to get going because they're afraid they're going to hurt themselves, or they do have a little routine, but they do the same thing all the time with like little 2 and 3 pound weights and things that aren't really going to challenge enough to make a difference. But what I see a lot is just the consistency. I have a man who works out with me 2 times a week for years now. He actually just told me, I need to bump it up to 3 days a week. He said, I have all the stuff, I know what to do, but unless I have an appointment with you, I just don't do it.
That is true.
And so basically it's compliance, and you value what you've made an appointment for and what you're paying for. And it gets them to show up and do it. And it's the only way that they'll do it. If they have an appointment and they come to me, and exercise isn't usually people's favorite thing to do, and I do make it fun. And we talk and we joke, and I tease, and we know each other, and so it's compliance. It's getting them to do it, because with exercise, consistency is key. It's like a diet. You can't eat well one time and then have the results you want. You can't just exercise once, or you can't lose the 10 pounds but then stop working out.
Right.
It's a lifestyle, and so you have to find things that you can maintain forever,
Right.
that you can keep doing.
Where are some of the areas that you have to specialize in? Because we're talking about seniors, people over 50. What are some of the key points that get lost with age that need to be continually worked on for a good quality of life?
That's a good question. Obviously, we're going to work on strength and balance and core stability. But a couple things I've learned through my training is that people over 50 also need to train for power. And power is the ability to move something quickly. So you need strength to apply power, but having good strength and balance isn't enough to catch you if you fall. You have to be able to move quickly. If the can's falling off the counter, you have to be able to jump back, or having those quick reactions. And that works our fast twitch muscle fibers. And so specifically training seniors to keep their fast twitch muscle fibers active and firing well. And I had never really thought of having seniors work for power, but we incorporate that. Another one that we work on is agility, and that's the ability to move your feet in different patterns, moving to the side quickly, to the front, backwards. What this also does is it creates a neural pathway for people. So I'll have them run a ladder drill leading with their right leg, and then they have to do it leading with their left leg. And it's funny how they'll get tripped up here or there. Like, you really do have a pause where your brain doesn't want to do it leading with your left foot. But for instance, I have a client who played tennis for a long time. And when he would have to go to a certain direction, his toe would hook on the back of his leg, and he tripped and fell 3 times on the court over several years. But still, like the last one was an emergency room visit because his left foot has a hesitation to pick up and go first. And I don't know why that happens. It just does. So when we train for agility, you can step left quickly, you can step right quickly. You can go forward with your left or forward with your right. And so it creates a neural pathway, so when you're in the moment and you have to do it fast, you don't have a second to think step left. You just have to do it. And so when we run through these drills a couple of times a month, it's there for you when you need it. Wow. So I had never really thought of like running older people through ladder drills or having them do quick lifting.
Right.
But those are really important to help you not fall.
That's true. And that's
a really
thing.
Big concern, is not falling.
Absolutely, with seniors. Now we're going to take a quick break, but we're going to come back. Check out solidrockfitness.com. We're talking with Kim Hollenback. She is a certified fitness trainer and the owner of Solid Rock Fitness. So don't go away. We'll be right back with more health, wealth, and happiness.
Been hearing about the crazy benefits of CBD? Find out how CBD can help you at Sedona's #1 resource, CBD Sedona. Come in for a free consultation and let our trained medical staff help you find the perfect product for you. Pain relieving salves, full spectrum oils, honeys, teas, cookies, and even CBD for pets. Ready to feel fantastic? Come on by CBD Sedona today.
Parents, you know as well as I do, there's nothing more important than your children. Don't you love to look in their eyes and see the love? Make sure they can see that love in your eyes by having their eyes examined. You can't tell how well your kids see, but Dr. Houston at Camp Verde Eye Care certainly can. Call 567-3330 to make an appointment. You'll be glad you did. Camp Verde Eye Care at 567-3330. They really do care.
Northern Arizona Thermal Imaging uses a state-of-the-art medical digital camera to take a picture and create a map of the body's infrared patterns, later interpreted by an MD specially trained in reading thermography. Northern Arizona Thermal Imaging is the leading medical imaging and proactive healthcare, detecting early danger signs years before other tools, finding early breast disease up to 8 years before mammography may detect it. Schedule a scan with Carol today. Northern Arizona Thermal Imaging. Say yes to thermography. Metaphysics. What does it mean? It's a branch of philosophy, literally beyond the science of matter. Sedona's University of Metaphysics studies the ultimate nature of existence, reality, and experience. Join 14,000 graduates in over 120 countries, helping others in counseling, coaching, ministry, and much more. The University of Metaphysics is here to serve the best in you so you can serve the best in others. universityofmetaphysics.com.
Start your journey toward better health with Ageless Touches Massage Therapy. Licensed massage therapist Richard Stevens uses the latest and best equipment to relieve scar tissue, electronic smog, and tinnitus. Ageless Touches does everything they can to work your issues down to the bone. Improve your path to better health with Ageless Touches Massage.
Solid Rock Fitness is a one-on-one fitness studio specializing in fitness over 50. I train older adults of all fitness levels, from athletes and avid sports participants to folks with chronic pain to those recovering from surgeries. You and I will focus on strength training to improve overall muscle tone, core conditioning, balance, agility, flexibility, and nutrition. Mastery of these components of fitness will help you live your life to the fullest with confidence and competence.
Wealth and Happiness. I'm Jen Cohen. We're sitting here with Kim Hollenback. She is a certified fitness trainer and the owner of Solid Rock Fitness. Check out solidrockfitness.com. We were talking about agility and seniors and being able to quickly move out of the way should something dangerous or harmful come towards you, something that we as humans slow down as we go. And a byproduct of that, I would say, is confidence.
Yes, absolutely. You know, when you're more fit and strong, you do feel more capable. But you and I were talking in the break how even just going and doing a workout, when you're done, you just feel like, I really accomplished something. Mm-hmm. And that carries over to people. You know, then they're just spreading more joy. Honestly, they're happier. And the confidence level as well to continue to travel, or, you know, you go to Italy, but you can't go down the steps and get in the gondola and go on a ride, or, you know, like the ability to still partake in all these activities, things that you want to do. I have a 91-year-old client who still plays golf.
Wow.
Yeah, and so to maintain the things that you love to do and the confidence to do them and not feel like you're going to get hurt is very important.
That is very important, and the quality of life that goes along with that confidence. As you say, the ability to travel, to know that, oh, that's not going to scare me anymore. You know, to lessen the fear, to build the self-confidence, and to bring up the spirits.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely.
You're feeling that empowerment, and to move forward through life. Grocery shopping. Simply things grocery shopping.
It does.
Simply things is maybe doing a little yard work, getting back the things that you love to do that maybe got, put to the wayside due to perhaps a surgery or a physical injury.
Yes, absolutely. And a lot of my clients, I nurse them through hernia operations, back surgeries, hip replacements, broken wrists, a broken ankle, the list just goes on. And that's my specialty, is working around those things. Sometimes I'll have people come and we do a seated workout for several weeks, or I've had 2 ladies break their wrist and we did one-armed workouts. And then for a while, no weight on this hand, then a little 2-pounder. I call it the Barbie weight because it's pink. And, gradually working back up to their old weights. But pretty much I can work around anything and continue to keep you active and in your workouts while we're nursing back from an injury or a surgery or anything like that.
Well, that's good to keep it going, because I can understand that there would be some fear associated, of course, with pain. I don't want to injure myself or something, but
absolutely,
to work through that with the surgery or with a chronic injury or someone with chronic pain, working out can help that muscle feel better or help that limb work better. And of course, the endorphins that get created that help your mind think better. I always loved the endorphin rush that comes from working
chemically
out.
You feel better, but then mentally you feel better with this sense of pride and accomplishment that you're doing something to help yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
What would you say to somebody that goes, oh no, I can't do that, I haven't worked out in a long time, or I've got this, that, or the other, or my elbow, or my hip, or my aunt, or something like that?
Yeah.
What would you say to someone that's sitting there thinking, oh no, I would love to do that, but I'm afraid, or I can't?
And I would say you need to just come and try. Just give it a try. That I haven't broken anyone yet.
Yes, but you fixed a whole lot of people.
I fixed a whole lot of people. And that it is important, I think, when you've been away from working out for a long time, that you hire a trainer. It doesn't even have to be me, but to hire a trainer and have someone guide you and watch your form. And I think if you are getting a little older, maybe 50, not so much, but if you're in your 70s or 80s, you want to pick a trainer who does specialize in fitness over 50. That is something some of my clients have been hurt by personal trainers, just because they don't understand to be more gentle with people as they're aging, 70s and 80s. But you know what? There's an entry level for everybody, and you go at it very slowly. And then you build upon the skills, and we slowly increase the weights until you're at, a better place.
Right.
Yeah.
And I like that you mentioned that, because there are a lot of personal trainers in the world. And when you think about it, who are they training? Well, they're training those 20s and 30s and 40s people that want to look good or whatever. And they're not thinking about what happens to the human body as it ages. But you specialize in that, in taking care, in listening to what the person has to say about it, where their injuries are, where their concerns are, where they would like to be better. Whereas most personal trainers look at you and go, okay, you're going to lose 10 pounds and you're going to do this and we're going to get that, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Very different angle when it comes to you, Kim, when it comes to what you do at Solid Rock Fitness.
Yeah, and I would also give the advice of, if something is hurting you, to speak up, whether you're with me or anybody else. I've even had clients on the first time, and then we'll get done doing a brand new, exercise, and they'll say, yeah, that was really hurting my injured hip the whole time. And I'm like, okay, you have to tell me that. I need to know, because then I'll find another way.
Right.
And that's my specialty, is finding another way to work that same muscle group that doesn't hurt.
That's excellent. And you wouldn't know that watching an exercise video from home or doing something from a book at home.
That's true.
You, as your own person, don't know how to do that, and you could be injuring yourself. So you do need an expert.
And I thought of doing DVDs for Fitness Over 50, but that is the problem, is Fitness over 50 is so individualized that unless the person's in front of you, it's hard to say, oh, this is your generalized workout plan, because some people can do a lot of this and not so much of that, and so that's the creativity that comes into it of finding ways to give you that full body workout that doesn't hurt, that is effective, but doesn't exacerbate any of your injuries. And that's really, really important when you get older.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that one-on-one time that you spend with your
The
client.
one-on-one time. We work with a BOSU, that's a balance dome, and I would never advise an 80-year-old person to get up on a balance dome by themselves, but I'm standing there and, you know, I'm helping people, and I'm pretty good at assessing what you can do and what you can't do, and so I'm good at, I'll tell someone to do something and they're looking at me like, and I'm like, come on. They're like, you have a lot of confidence in me, don't you? And I do have a lot of confidence in you now. Come on,
There you
up
go.
there, get up.
There you go. And when you're finished with them, they'll have a lot of confidence in themselves.
They will have a lot of confidence.
Which is a very, very big thing. If you want to get a hold of Kim, solidrockfitness.com. Beautiful website. I know you want to watch that video again. I know I do. It's absolutely gorgeous. solidrockfitness.com. We've got to take another quick break, but we'll be right back with more health, wealth, and happiness, so don't go away.
Regrow, repair, replace. Regenerative medicine is the process of creating living, functional tissues to repair or replace tissue or organ function lost due to age, disease, damage, or congenital defects. Dr. Forrest Lanchbury and the team at Sedona Regenerative Medicine specialize in finding relief for patients suffering from chronic pain. Contact Sedona Regenerative Medicine to learn about anti-aging medicines that will help your body heal itself. 928-282-2520 or SedonaRegen.com.
Award-winning Soundbites Grill is an entertainment restaurant located in Uptown Sedona at the Hyatt Pinion Point Resort. Open for lunch and dinner, featuring fresh fish, all-natural hand-cut beef, even a full vegan menu. Family-friendly, open 11:30 to 9, late dining on Friday and Saturday. Soundbites Grill has some of the best views of the Sedona Red Rocks. Offers world-class entertainment, food, fun, and music.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Show your customers how much they matter to you. Follow up with a real card in just 60 seconds with Send Out Cards. Send Out Cards makes it easy for busy professionals to leave a memorable impression. Stay in touch with a simple one-step process from your phone or computer to their mailbox. Call Judy today at 928-202-2557. That's 928-202-2557.
Primary health care should emphasize prevention and self-healing through the use of natural therapies. Breakthrough Medicines, Dr. Shada Sina assists patients using naturopathic medicine to facilitate body aging gracefully, detox and weight loss, hormone balancing, and brain wellness. See Dr. Sina for women's health. Find out more about naturopathic medicine and Dr. Shada Sina at breakthrough-medicine.com. Now accepting new patients.
Welcome back to Health, Wealth, and Happiness. We're talking with Kim Hollenback. She is a certified fitness trainer and owner of Solid Rock Fitness. Check out solidrockfitness.com. We've been talking about fitness over 50. One of the key things, I think, for folks as we get older is we lose flexibility. Flexibility is huge, Kim, and I know that you do a lot of work with training flexibility.
We do. I try to mix in stretches throughout the workout, and most importantly for fitness people over 50 are the hamstrings and the hips. And I've had clients who they feel like something's wrong with their back. And I do these stretches where they get to just sit on the bench. They don't even have to get on the floor, and you swing a leg up and stretch out each hamstring, and then you fold the leg in and stretch out the hip. And we do that on both sides, and they're like, oh my gosh, my back really feels a lot better. So it's amazing how things are tied in on the back side of our body.
Yes.
And so much through the hips and the hamstrings really affects the low back. So that's probably the number one stretch that we do, those two stretches, is hammies and hips. Really, really important to keep those stretched out. And another, inner thighs. So flexibility is very important.
It's huge.
We don't do a lot because personal training is expensive, but I do mix some in, and then I teach them stretches that they can do at home. And again, things that you can do sitting in a chair. So sometimes people don't want to get down on the floor with their mat and do their stretches, but
right. So you're making it easy. You're making it accessible for people of all skill levels and all abilities, and depending on where your health is at, you're going to help tailor that so that they can succeed.
Exactly. There's an entry point for everybody. You know, from just sitting down the whole time you're working out to full on doing all the balance drills.
Right.
And
you
everywhere
can start
in between.
To move up. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, one of the key things that you also take care of, because if you don't feed the body right, it's of course not going to work right. So nutrition is also some counseling that you can help people with, because really if you're not feeding it, you know, it's not going to do its job.
That's true. That's true. You have to fuel the machine and fuel it properly. And nutrition, I definitely offer advice. I know how to eat and what to do. I kind of do that on if the client wants to talk about that. This Fitness Over 50 isn't about the scale and measuring the body parts. It's about, how do you feel? How do your clothes fit? Are you energized? You know, are you fueling your body for energy? And, you know, it's not necessarily, although sometimes about losing 20 pounds, but not always. It's more about feeling healthy and feeling energetic. And I do help people with the nutritional counseling.
That's nice. A nice, well-rounded personal session.
Yes.
That's great, Kim. And of course, you're living proof that what you're doing is working.
Thank you.
If you want to get a hold of Kim, you can go to solidrockfitness.com. That's a great way to get in touch. Lots of information there. Everything you're going to need to know about starting it, regardless of your age. As you say, you have clients in your 90s, so you're never too old. Absolutely not. And the more they say, use it or lose it, the more you work it, the better you're going to feel. More confidence, more flexibility, more ability to enjoy life and the things that you want to do. So Solid Rock Fitness is definitely something you should check out. That's all the time we have for Health, Wealth, and Happiness. I'll see you again next time.